Hello friends, in today's video I am going to show you how you can make a virtual shooting game with an electric gun. Let's see how to make it.
First, just go to your browser and go to this website known as unity.com. So then just click on get started. There are various versions you can buy or free, get it for free. I'm going to use the personal version as the student version requires a lot of sign up and all. So once you download this and install everything, it will take a lot of time to do all that. So then you'll have something known as this Unity Hub. You'll also have to install many things over here, and I have two versions over here. When you install, you have the latest version. So what you have to do is that go to your version, click on add modules, and then you have to select either Android or iOS or whichever version you would like to choose. That is, this is for the export part of it. Like, would you like to export it for an Android device or an iOS device and so on. So just tick mark on Android and just install it. So like, also there's a possibility that a new version is available. So just go to add, like, see over here a new version was available. I have 19.4 and here there was a newer version, that's the topmost. So what you have to do, select the latest version. If you want to update it, go to next and then just select your platform and make sure that you have ticked in all of the sub platforms. Then just click on next and it will start installing everything for you. Now let's hit a new project with the latest version, a 3D project, and let's name it VR Zombie Game Tutorial. So now just hit on create. It will take some time to process all. Meanwhile, I'll just show you my GitHub page. So this is that page, and here I've kept all the required files that you will need to make this stuff. I've also kept the APK file in this Google Drive link. You can download it directly, and also there's a Google VR SDK link. This is the APK file. You can directly download it and run it in your mobile. This is just for Android. I have not yet made for iOS, and this is the Google VR link. You have to download this in order to make the VR game. If you want to make it, then only you need to do all this stuff. Otherwise, you can just directly run it and just download the latest version of this Google VR SDK. You can also find the older versions over here, but I just download the latest version of it. So once you have downloaded it, here is that GitHub folder. Just download this assets folder completely. So just download it and then just go to your folder of this VR zombie game tutorial and delete the assets that's already present over there and paste this assets folder. So it will take some time, and it contains all the sound effects and all. So once that is done, just wait for your project to start. And this is that Google VR SDK file which I kept over here. So once your project starts, you get a screen somewhat like this. So what you have to go is that go to build settings. Please do not skip any step of this, otherwise your project won't happen successfully. Now switch your platform to Android or iOS as it suits you, and then once that's done, you will see this cube over here, that is Unity symbol over here. So then just you will see all these options. Set this compression method to default, go to player settings, change the company name to whatever you want. For like now, I'll just name it 2-bit, and then the game version as you would like it. I'm just keeping it 0.1, and then don't change any of the other settings. You can keep the icon. So like, I'll just select an icon that is this logo. So then make sure that it is of the required size, that's 192 by 192 pixels. Then in resolution and presentation, don't make any change. Even in splash image, you no need to make any changes. Now just come here to other settings. In the graphics API, click on Vulkan and click on minus, as it does not support Google VR for certain reasons. Then do not change this light map encoding, as it disturbs a lot and it will create a lot of problems. and make sure that this is somewhat like this. That's the company name and the product name, just like this, and set the minimum API level to lollipop or as you would like it, and target API to highest install. Now once that's done, you can minimize the other settings, go to XR settings, XR now, and click on VR supported, and now hit on plus and click on cardboard. Now when you see this cardboard, don't make any changes and go to this editor and use the device as any Android device. Now import a custom package and then just go to that VR SDK that we had installed and kept in this folder and just open it. So it will just import that SDK, and down over here in the assets you will see Google VR. Now go to this asset store, create an account and just search for zombies, and then you will see various zombie packs, and I'll just make a tick mark on the free assets so that we'll see the free ones, and I'll use this package of modern zombies. You will first have to download it and then you can import it. Then you can search for standard, and over here the first one, that's the standard assets, you'll have to download and import. Click on all and hit import. Then this is space star field background, also do the same for this, download and import, and then we are done with the imports. Now just go to console and hit clear so that you will just see the major errors. Now you just click on the first error and it is saying that GUI text some error in this script. So what I'll do is I'll just delete that script, and now there are no more errors. So just go to scenes and double click on this intro scene. So as you do that, you will see some scene code over here with all these things, and these are all the instructions. That's the introduction scene which I've created. You will see that there's some issues with the colors and all, but don't worry, we'll fix that soon. So in the center you will see that there's something like a camera and all, so I'll talk about it soon. So yes, in the center we have this camera. The camera will see whatever the camera sees, that we'll see. So this is like the sight area or whatever the camera can see, and you can see it in the camera preview that what the camera sees. And what I've done is that I've created a game object and linked the camera and all to it. I've kept the audio source and set everything and volume and all, which you can adjust everything over here, and then you can just see whatever stuffs are there here. I've done and coded everything. So in the center you will see that there's something on which you're standing, there's a plane. So just go to assets and you see this logo, just drag and drop it over here. So it will just load the logo image over there, and then zoom out, then go to star filmmaker, go to textures and plain star field, and just drag and drop the design that you want on the walls. And then this is everything ready. And then when you just see the zombie over there, these are various planes over here, and then we'll just focus on our dear zombie. So like this is the zombie rig, that's the entire thing of zombie. And in the right side you can see the various parts it is. That's transform, that is transform part shows the location and all, and the rotation, and I just imported it from here, imported it from there. And then this is, I've added a box collider. Box collider means it will act as a box which can collide with objects. I just added from here, like simply over here. So basically it's just to detect whether the bullets hit it or not, and you can simply just edit the size of the box collider using this tool with the edit collider. So that's the way it works. And I've also added the target intro script, and similarly in the camera I've added the shoot intro script. Then there are various lighting systems over here. Then there's this canvas, which is a very important part of a game. So it's basically like everything embedded in front of the camera. So like this is the canvas, and I've added two images over there. One is the crosshair and one is this gun image, and in center you'll see there's a small crosshair. So I've kept a green crosshair. How do you do this? You just go to UI, create a canvas, then right click, go again to UI and a raw image. Then just go to this gun images, go to the canvas, just zoom out, as when you create it, it's so very big. So I'll just zoom out, and this is the raw image. So what I'll do is that I'll just drag the gun image over here, and I'll just resize it. In the VR, actually it is not exactly, it won't cover the entire edges, so I'll just make it a bit different, and I'll just select the camera space only, so it's not quite big, and I'll drag the camera over here. So now it has been of the size of the camera, and it can easily be edited. So similarly, I've put the crosshair also, so it looks like this. And you would ask that it's not aligned, but that's just by the track that I got that view. And I'll just zoom out now, and this is our entire thing which is ready. So now these are the various scripts which I've put in the various various items, and these are all the programs. In the right side you can see them. In each and every I've put the respective programs. Now let's move ahead. Now let's try to play the game. It will lag a bit because of the screen recorder. So now I just stopped it and it works great. So in this shoot button audio clip, I have just kept it on loop, and also I've turn on play on awake, and the volume you can set as you require it, and just respectively you can do all its settings. Sorry, the audio was not in loop. And then let's test it now. Just be careful of one thing, that all the changes you make in the play mode, they will be enabled once you turn off the play mode. So please don't make any changes in the play mode. And you can see we can move and see around with the alt and the control buttons respectively. You can even turn and see it. And when I just click the button, mouse button, it creates a new audio manager in the bottom left. That is, it will produce a new effect of the sound of the shoot. So as you can see, these are new ones created, and this is how it works. So our introduction scene is working great. Now let's go to the scene named as 1. And in this, there are the textures over here, various textures. So basically when you just load this all, the textures are not there. So you have to just select all of these planes. And you might ask a question that why haven't I made the entire ground with one single plane? The reason being that the pixels of one single image will be split over a very large area, and the resolution of the overall ground would be very less, and that would not give the effect as a real ground. So I have done like this, and once that's done, just drag this texture into the mesh render and leave it there. As you can see, we have a beautiful playground, like grassy ground, ready over here, and it's looking good. So now what I'll do is that I'll just go to the Star Filmmaker and again put the various designs on the walls. So once that is done, actually I just made a mistake. I'll just save it and go back to the intro scene, sorry. And the textures, actually I decided this known as a black different design for this, so I'll just replace it. Yeah, and now since that's done, I can go back to my scene 1, and since that's done, we are like almost done with everything. In the center, this also has a canvas, the same way as it for the intro screen. We have the audio files and everything ready, and we are ready to rock. Just wanted to inform you a few things before that. I have made this game over text, which is like initially hidden. I have just written hi all over here in this text. This will display our score, and this will be updated by the C# files, which are basically the programming language for this. Then I have this main zombie over here. I just kept it far away from our main scenes because this actually produces many stuff like it. Means basically this is like the zombie producing machine, and if this gets killed, so then it's like a game won't work any further. So I've just kept it quite far from our main area. So it's like this. So I've gone back to the scene intro and let's test it. As you can see, I have clicked on the play button, and it starts with a great sound. And you can look around by pressing the Alt button, and you can look and you can basically turn around by pressing the Control button. However, the Control button can also be used to shoot, so it works like that. So I'm just trying to show you like how it goes on, and now I'll just shoot the zombie in order to start the game. And yes, the game has started successfully. As you can see, the zombies are automatically spawned around me and I can shoot them down. So, and the aim is also quite good. It's like perfect aim according to the crosshair. You might find that the crosshair is too small, as but in actuality when you export it as a VR game, it will look quite bigger, and basically the left and the right parts of the screen will be hidden, and this is like an infinite loop. Like the zombies will keep on coming and reaching you, and like once they reach you, it will be game over, and it is supposed to throw you out. And I'll just keep playing over for long, and I'll just try to like let a few zombies reach me, and so that it's game over. Let me just see. Yes, as you can see, as the zombies have reached me, it is game over, and they look horrible. Now I am not able to shoot anywhere, but I can still look around. So now it has thrown me back into the intro screen, and if I would just like to play again, I can just shoot the zombie, but I'll just stop for now. So now let's export it. Go to your phone settings, about phone, and click on MIUI version for some time till you see this message that you are a developer or you have become one. The other side, just go on the build settings and just stay there. Now just go down in this additional settings, then go to this developer options. If it is off, I'll just turn them off, then just turn it on. Now go down, turn on USB debugging, click on OK, and then plug in your device. Then you will see a message over here that what would you do after plugging in. Let me just plug in, yeah, and just click on file transfer, select your device over there and hit on build. So now it will start building up. It will ask you that where would you like to save, then your APK file. So I'll just type the name and keep it over there. So now this process will continue. It will take a lot of time, about 15 to 20 minutes, probably half an hour if you have a slow PC. Now I'll just copy the APK file, paste it in my downloads folder. I'll just close this Unity software. So now just take back your phone, go to your downloads, go to APK, go to vrtutorial.apk and just install it. Don't worry, you know how you have made it, so you're sure that it does not have any viruses, as you have made it from scratch. So now once that's done, it is scanned, it's safe. So now just go back and then you will see that it is installed. So now I have taken an old gun, plastic toy gun. I'll just open all the screws quickly. So like once that's done, I have completely dismantled it, and we can see what's inside. So now I'll just remove the spring and we can see we have a trigger over here. So now what I'm going to do is that I'll just remove all this for a moment, and I've just made a hole over here, a bit of groove, so that I'm going to, and similar on the other side, and I'm going to fix an electrical switch over here. So this is that switch which I'm going to use. So basically this can go up and down, and I have removed the internal lock of it. So basically it was earlier up or down, but now I've just removed the lock, so it is always up and it just acts like a trigger, and I've attached 3 wires to it. So basically whenever it's down, it will just connect to, and when it is up, it will connect the other 2. So it's kind of simple way. So I'll just fix it over here, and then I'll just screw fix the trigger, and it works good. I'll just keep the wires like this, and I'll just fix back the systems as before, the pumping system and all of those. So basically I am not going to affect the gun at all. So yeah, and you can just place it back over there, and still the trigger works great. Make sure that it doesn't get stuck anywhere or something. it should be free to move and should work properly. And now I'll just screw back all of the other screws. So now I have just screwed all back. I've just made some holes so that it doesn't stick anywhere. And then these are our wires. So now I'll just explain you how it works. The wire with the blue tape is attached to the central terminal of the switch. So this is a multimeter, and I'm just going to show you that how this works. So I've taken the green wire, the tape wire, and one terminal, and I'll just take one of these wires randomly, for example the green wire, but it is showing 1. That means that they are not connected. But when I connect it to the yellow wire, it is showing some values, which means that there's some connection between the yellow and the wire with the tape when the switch is out or basically off. So that's the way. It's just a bit loose, so sometimes it's not giving values. Yeah. And when I just press the switch, it is showing 1. That means that the connection is broken, and otherwise it's assured. So we know that the yellow wire is connected to the main, and now as I connect the green wire, it's showing 1, which means that there's no connection. But when I press the switch, it's giving some values. That means it's getting connected, as you can see over here. So this is the way it works. We know our connections, and now we can move ahead. So I have taken an old mouse over here, but make sure that it should be working. And then what I'll do is that I'll just open it up quickly. Okay, so now I've just opened it up, and you see a weird socket inside, but don't worry. Even if you break this wheel or some small parts instead of the circuit parts, it's okay. So now you will see that this is a bit different, but you will see 2 buttons on the top and 1 button on the left side. We are just going to work with the top left button, as it is of the left click. So now you can see that's a very small button, very small over there. So that's actually the main button. This dash you can see, that's the button. So when I turn the circuit and show you the back part of it, you will see that there are various soldering parts over there. But we are going to just work with the top right 3, as they are connected to the left switch. This is the switch. So these are those 3. Just like we had 3 wires over there in our gun, the switch connected to it, even this has 3 wires. And so we are just going to interconnect them. So now I've brought my multimeter over here. I'll keep it in this red zone, and now I'll just test it just like we did for that circuit. So now I'll just connect the topmost with the, just a second, it's a little bit difficult to get the grip as they are quite small. The topmost with the middle one with the bottommost, so it's giving value. So that means they both are connected with default, and make sure that you don't connect anything. And the middle one, when I am pressing the button, it is giving values, and when I am leaving it, it's not. So we just to connect it like this. As we had discussed, I'll quickly just solder all these wires at their respective places. So the initial that's the blue tape one, will go to the topmost one, and the one that is connected by default and which is connected at the correct time will go at the correct places. So I'll just quickly solder them. So as you can see, this is the way I've connected the wires, and make sure that you connect them the right way, otherwise your circuit won't work. Now I'll just apply some glue over here so that the wires don't get pulled up, making all our efforts waste. Now let's test it. So basically this is that gun. We have the circuit over here, and I've just made a small hole on the top so that the USB wire comes out, and this is that same mouse wire as you can see over here. And now I'll just fix, now I'm using this OTG cable. I'll put the USB over there, and the other end will go into my mobile phone. Now I'll just fix this barrel back inside here, and make sure that this trigger works properly, as it's like the heart of our game. So like once that is done, I'll use my VR, I'll turn on the game and put my phone in there, then attach the OTG cable, and we are ready to play.
If you like this concept of this virtual shooting game, please do like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.